tariff rate quota. This was recently mentioned in the news because the government is cancelling the tariff rate quota for the sunflower oil import. So let's understand what is the tariff rate quota first. In the tariff rate quota, these are some of the concession given by the government to some of the particular country. Number one, we can say, take an example of two countries like the Myanmar and the India. India is importing 1,000 liters of the sunflower oil from the Myanmar. In that case, India will say, we will not import charge any duty related to the 1,000 liters of the sunflower oil. So we are giving a tariff rate quota there to the Myanmar, but after increasing the limit more than the 1,000 liters, we will charge a normal duty there. So this is the condition of tariff rate quota. Okay, see here. This is India and this is Myanmar. If we are importing a sunflower oil of 1,000 liters here, so India will not charge any duty. We can say the zero duty, or maybe the very small duty, the 1% we can say. So India give a limit till 1,000 of the liter of the sunflower oil, we will not charge any duty. But as the oil is increased from 1,000 to the 1,500 liters, 1,000 liter will be the free import, but they will charge a duty on the 500 liter of the oil, and that the duty will be equal to the duty charged to the most favored nation. We will also discuss the topic of the most favored nation, but before, the tariff rate quota means the tariff rate quota is the duty charged by the a nation to the another nation from which we are importing some of the crucial goods that are not manufactured in the India or having the high cost in India. So we are importing those goods from the other country. On those goods, the country is charging very small duty. We can say it's a 0% or maybe the 1% on a specific limit. But the limit of the import is not defined or not given under the tariff rate quota. Means it can be the 10,000 liter or the 20,000 liter also, but the free will be the 1,000 liter as defined under the tariff rate quota. So this also can be the statement here. There is a limit on the import under the tariff rate quota, but there is no limit for the import under the tariff rate quota. Only there is a limit on the quantity for specific duty charge, means the 0% charge only till the 1,000, but after that there will be the higher charge. Okay, so take an example here, like government is giving the subsidy here for the subsidy for the fertilizer. In the case of the India, let's understand the concept. Government of India is giving the subsidy to the fertilizer to the farmer. They are saying we will give subsidy up to the 50 kilogram of the fertilizer only. Means we will give you 500 rupees subsidy for the 50 kilograms of the fertilizer. But if as a farmer, I am buying a 200 kilogram of the fertilizers, I will get a subsidy on the 50 kilogram, but on a 150 kilogram, I need to pay the market price. Similarly, the case in the tariff rate quota. On a 50 liter, I need not to pay the money or the very small amount of the money is charged by the government. But on this 150, I need to pay the money as paid by the most favored nation according to the taxation structure of the country. So this is the concept of the tariff rate quota. That also on a 1 liter, that will be charged as a most favored nation duty. Is they are additional to the custom duty? Yes, these are additional to the custom duty. These are some of the specific deal between the country. These are not for the all the country. Tariff rate quota is a specific deal with a different country. Like from Russia, we are taking the oil. From USA, we are taking the oil. From the Asian nation, we are dependent on the eating oil products. So on some of the products, the government is providing some of the concession to those countries because we are not producing those products. This is specifically mentioned in the case of the agriculture products, some of the products which are the high perishable goods, which are required for the country, but the prices is very high due to the economic situation. So in that case, they are providing the tariff rate quota to those countries so that they can also control the inflation in the country and also make a friendly relation with those countries so we can import the more product from here. But to make its limit, they also give us some of the limit here. After the 1,000 liter, 2,000 liter, we will charge the common rate as we charging to the other nation. So this is known as the tariff rate quota. So we can say this is the news was mentioned yesterday in newspaper. Government discontinue imports of crude sunflower seeds oil under tariff rate quota from the April 1. We are importing the sunflower oil under the tariff rate quota, but now the government is removing the tariff rate quota from the sunflower oil. So this was the condition here. You can import the sunflower oil up to the 10,000 liter, but after the 10,000 liter, you need to pay a common tax as we charging on the another countries. and those countries comes under the most favored nations. A tariff rate quota is a mechanism that allow a set quantity of specific product to be imported at a low or zero rate of duty. So this is a specific quantity can be imported from a specific country at a very zero level of products or at a very zero duty. So this is the TRQ, we know that. They are established under the trade agreements between the country. So there can be a different type of the trade agreements and between the different countries. Like the RCEP, it's a multilateral agreements between a different country. It can be the bilateral agreement between the India and the Russia, between the India and the Myanmar, between the India and the Vietnam. So that can be finalized there. The tariff rate quota is the zero for the sunflower oil. So that was established according to that. Tariff rate quota does not apply any limit. Country can import any amount from the any country, but there is a limit on a specific, like we can say, there is a limit on specific products. 1000 liters से ज़्यादा आप नहीं दे सकते हैं on this duty structure. If you want to import the more thing or you want to export the more thing, there will be a duty charged by the country here. So, but it supply a higher rate of duty that specify product exceeding the quota limits. So these are the 4 statements here, which means, take an example here. We discuss there is only the free for the 1000 liter of the oil, but country is saying you can import any quantity. We can import any quantity above the 1000 liter, like we are importing the 1 lakh liter of the sunflower oil. So under this 1 lakh liter, the 1000 liter will be the free duty, means there will be a 0% or the very less duty charged by the government. But other 99,000 liter will have the specified duty, like the 10% for the import. So means the limit is not defined for the import, but limit is defined for the specific amount or the quantity of the product. इतना quantity हम आपको free में देंगे on the free tax duty structure, but all other quantity under will be the tax structures there. Specific limits हैं. तो 4 ही points हैं tariff rate quota में. Number 1, it's a mechanism to set quantity of the specific product. इसका meaning यही है, set quantity of the specific product. Means you can import a specific quantity under the specific duty structure, but there is no limit on the duty. There is no limit on the import. You can import any amount, but there is a specific quantity that will get a subsidy from the importing country. This is the definition of a TRQ. Second condition, these are established under the trade agreement between the different country. Third condition, does not apply any limit on the quantity of the imported product. कोई limits नहीं है for the quantity, but it's apply a higher rate for duty for that specific exceeding the limits. अगर आप उस limit को exceed करते हो, तो there will be a specific duty for that product. हाँ, 2 country के बीच में हो. Like from जिस country से हम import कर रहे हैं, like we are importing the sunflower oil from the Asian country. So that will between the India and the Asian, and the India will give the free. हाँ, India ने इसको खत्म ही कर दिया. We will charge a common duty structure. Means we are charging the 1%. Now we will charge the 10% because we are producing enough now. So the government is charging the more taxation structure. So there is a 2-tiered tariff instrument. इसको बोलते हैं. Import entering within the quota portion are subject to a lower tariff that called tariff quota rates. But the later import face a much higher tariff which covered under the most favored nation. Most favored nation को we will see in the next slides. कि most favored nation होते क्या? Most favored nations are the country which impose the similar kind of duty. Means there is no discrimination between the country. सबको हम equal treat करेंगे. We will charge the equal amount of the taxation structure on the each country. And the use of the TRQ under the some of the specific products, means some of the agriculture products specifically, we can say the cereals, meat, fruits, vegetables, and the dairy products, and some of the common sugar products also, some of the oil products as required by the country. किसी भी कंट्री को जो रिक्वायरमेंट ज्यादा है उसके लिए वो डील करेगा विद सम अपोजिट कंट्री रिलेटेड टू टैरिफ कोटा रेट, because we want that product at a lower prices so that there will be no inflation in the country, also the fulfillment of the product from the import. So that is a tariff rate quota. This ensures that limited volume of the sensitive products can enter to the market at a lower tariff. If they allow the unlimited tariff, that can lead to the issue with the manufacturer in the Indian country, because we are manufacturing at the higher rate but we are importing at a lower rate. That can become an issue for the manufacturer there.